Editor Eli here to tell you that I completely went off the deep end with this video, trying to get it all figured out. And so these are just kind of the random clips I found throughout, and I hope at least one person kind of finds it entertaining, because I did watching it back. Anyway, video begin. Alright, I had to take a little break because trying to figure out how to word this best was so frustrating to me that I half painted two models. Now we're going to paint another one to see how it goes. Hello, welcome to the Ultra Eli channel. We're back again with another banger. And today we're going to paint an orc and kind of talk about the lore of Warhammer. Alright, can I do that? Can I do that for you guys? Now, we're just gonna dive straight in, mostly because I'm like over it. I've tried to record this video like 5 times now, trying to accurately describe the events of Warhammer, and I'm like, oh my god, I sound stupid. Anyway, so Warhammer 40,000. Where do we begin? Now, it begins at the beginning, like most stories do. Warhammer 40,000. In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. So I'm not going to pretend like there's anything more to it than that. Just about every major event in Warhammer has been a war. That's kind of all there is to it. But here's where some of the wars get interesting. So we have the very first war that kind of started. It kind of kicked everything off for the Imperium of Man. The Dark Age of Technology. Now, the Dark Age of Technology is most similar to what we're living through right now. AI is on the rise. The only difference now is instead of our AI chatbots, being able to fight back, we can, just delete them. This is the bad ending, where we can't just delete them and then they start deleting us permanently. So, there's that. Now, there's a bunch of different armies in Warhammer. Those are our aliens that we're kind of working with. Now, then Chaos. Chaos, what is it? Basically just like, think of something you really want. And that's kind of Chaos, right? I really want to trick somebody. Well, that's Tzeentch. I really want to cover myself in baby oil and run around a grocery store. That's Slaanesh. Then you have, I really want to beat somebody up. Well, there's Khorne. And then you have, I really want to be sick and spread diseases. That's Nurgle. That is the most summed up version I could do. And you know what? I'm sure you guys will appreciate how straightforward that was. Now, we've gotten into that. Where do we go from here? Now, like I said earlier, all of it is just a bunch of different battles, Dolph over dumb stuff, well, I mean, not really over dumb stuff. So, after that, there was the Horus Heresy, which was basically when one of the sons of the Emperor of Mankind was like, yo, dude, that freaky stuff in the warp? I think I want to be friends with it. And then the freaky stuff in the warp was like, dude, you got it. We will give you all the power you want. Just go out and do our bidding. And do their bidding he did. Which then led to the Horus Heresy. Now, after the Horus Heresy, that's when stuff just kind of stops, mattering. And, I hate to put it like that, but that's basically what it is. From this point on, every kind of big battle that occurs only occurs so they can sell a new box. Example A, Armageddon. The box set that I bought and I'm painting right now, Armageddon, was literally the ultimate cash grab. Oh my gosh. We'll sell Space Marines and we'll sell orcs. And that's how it goes every single year, or every single edition. They make a new edition and they go, here's some Space Marines, here is some kind of alien or chaos, go for it. So, the last edition was the Ultramarines versus the Tyranids. Okay, there we go. That's all there is to it. Edition before that, 9th edition, it was the Ultramarines and the Death Guard. I think the edition before that, it was the Ultramarines Are you starting to sense a pattern here? They love the Ultramarines. No, and not many other armies though. Actually, don't quote me on this, but I definitely think this is what is happening. From what I've heard, the Games Workshop people are being told, hey, by the way, since we've already done or whenever you do any advertising for the Armageddon box, so like showcasing models, paint them blue, like the Ultramarines, which, that makes me so incredibly mad, because the Blood Angels, my goats, finally got some recognition. And you know what? They took it from me. They took it from us. This is an us thing now. The whole channel, us. But anyway, if you were hoping for like some kind of like really extensive deep dive, like, I'm sorry, but that's just not. Here's my thing about Warhammer. I follow strictly the rule of cool. Does the model look cool? Guess I'll buy it, and then I'll paint it, and then I'll probably upload myself painting it. Either a time lapse or me yapping over it, just like I'm doing right now. When it comes to the lore, I'm about as far removed from that as possible. The amount of lore I know is enough so that, like, if somebody asks me a question about who this character was, I can answer it 95% of the time. Like, oh, who's this guy? Well, obviously, that's this. Other than that, I'm not really I'm not a big lore keeper. I don't I like to buy the codexes so I can read some of the lore bits for these for the new models I'm buying. But that's kind of it. And I will kind of go over what they do. But as of right now, since I'm painting an orc, I'll tell you about some orc stuff. Now, the orcs are interesting. For the longest time, I actually really hated the orcs because I thought they were stupid. Because their whole gimmick is they are very psychically connected, which leads into, if they believe it, it kind of becomes a thing kind of ordeal. So one of the classic orc stories I've heard is that there's two ships floating past each other in space. They're and then one ship rolls its windows down, and then the other ship has no windows, and they go, "Oi, mate!" Oh wait, I gotta make this realistic. There we go. "Oi, mate! Why are your windows down? How are you breathing in space?" "Breathing in space? What do you mean? Can't we do that?" "No, you can't breathe in space." We're all dead. Oh my god. Basically, and the orcs pass by the other ones, and they're like, "Why don't you have windows? You can't breathe in space." And because the orcs didn't know they couldn't breathe in space, they all died instantly because they found out they couldn't breathe in space. There's other stuff like that where a bunch of orcs stood next to each other, and they were all firing at the Imperium Man, they were in this really big battle, and then somebody goes "Guys, the orcs are running out of ammo," and then the orcs are like, "We're running out of ammo? Blimey, we are." They talk like true Brexit geezers, so that's kind of what I know. And so, then they all ran out of ammo and they lost. See, I bought a box with orcs and Ultramarine, no, Blood Angels. I'm painting them. I played them a couple times now. I really like them. They're fun little things to do. Day in the life of a true orcish geezer. You wake up, you have a bloody good one, you have a brawl with the boys. Anyway, now we have, let's see, we'll go like, now the way the box art kind of makes it seem like there's, I don't even know. I wouldn't even say this is dry brushed on. They just like put it on when wet. I mean, I respect it, but yeah. I mean, painting horses really, painting models in general are very easy. I feel like people don't really understand, like, and I probably painted over 1,000 of them at this point, so I know this is probably gonna come off as like kind of arrogant or something like that, but it is really, really easy, because it's all mental, if I'm being honest, right? You know, it's kind of funny because I look at people who like draw really well, and I'm like, oh my god, how could they even begin to start doing this? And it's like, you know, I'm over here being like, oh well, to paint a Warhammer model, you just gotta put some ink on, or put some paint on the brush. But it is really this simple, because like, look at the eyes, right? I don't really enjoy the eyes the way they are now, but then I would just go back around the kind of the areas I need to with the green for the skin, or like the green skin I'm kind of going with right now. I've almost completely phased that out with my army, because I found out that actually slap chopping was perfect, and I really like it. So I end up painting most of my orcs now with the slap chop technique, and like I really like it. And so, you know, just as much it is like you're experimenting. Like, I prime these models black. I have no reason to do that, because I don't use speed paints for my Space Marines, and I'm also not thinning my paints. Like people say you should thin your paints, but I don't. Maybe I'm just weird, maybe I'm funky, maybe there's something wrong with me. I couldn't tell you. But like here, right here, if I stopped right here, this would be a perfect stopping point for me, so that I could like pick it up again tomorrow or something like that. This right here, I would not mind this. Like, and I like, here's another one. I don't even play this game. This is like a spin-off game for Warhammer. I don't even play it. But just the way it turned out, it looks good. I put like no effort in this thing. I was just like, oh well, let's slap some paint on the brush and get to it. You know, same thing. I even made my own color for this guy, because I was like, well, I want blue, I want purple, but the purple I have is way too light of a purple. It's this purple. You know? So I mixed like one drop of purple into a bunch of black. It is painting. You know what? My buddy Gio, he's in the military right now, but if he ever watches this video, and I don't know if he would, because I never told him my channel was. If he ever watches this, because he would tell me all the time, he's like, man, I have so much trouble painting. Dude, it is all mental. If you can go out and build a trench, because that's what he's doing. If you can go out and build a trench, you can put some paint on a brush. And this goes for everybody, not just my army buddy. Every single person who's watching this video, who watches this channel, who paints and does not watch this, any person who's like, man, I really want to paint, you can do it. I believe in you. This right here, this little dumb thing I made, I took a break from painting my models, and I just put it on my palette. It took me like, what, 9 minutes? Every person on the planet can paint. It doesn't matter how good you think you are, how bad you think you are, every person can do it. And start believing in yourself. I don't know why I turned into a motivational speaker at the end there. I don't care. It just really frustrated me, because I'm already looking at this. I know it's going to turn out really good. I might not even fix the eyes, if I'm being quite honest. I might just keep it the way it is right now, finish filling in the details, and then moving on with my life. And that's how I feel about this channel too. This is perfect to me. You guys are all perfect to me. Video over. I'm gonna go cry now because I feel just so happy to have all of you. But I'm like a low-key, a chill tsundere, so I can't say that. I hate all of you. I just went on a tangent there. I don't even know what to say about that. Oh God. Maybe I'm getting into my own head or something. Video over. It's gonna have to be now.